Mind Your Head: Hits to the Head, Concussions, and Why They Matter by Cole Durbin. Every athlete who plays a contact sport knows what it means to get your bell rung. Big hits are part of physical sports. Not only are they expected, but they're often overlooked. Modern-day athletes, however, need to be aware of the risks of traumatic brain injury or concussion. In 2013 alone, 2.5 million people visited an emergency room after a traumatic brain injury. In the same year, 56,000 people died as a result of a concussion. The Center for Disease Control has recognized that concussions in the United States are reaching epidemic levels, with adolescents and young adults aged 15 to 24 at a high risk, after only children aged 0 to 4. Wait, CDC? Disease? What does that have to do with concussions? Maybe it comes as a surprise to you that any Center for Disease Control is looking at concussions. Aren't they just the result of whacking your head, and can't you just shake that off in a few days at most? First, let's lay out what we know. A hit to the head causes the brain to bounce around in the skull, prompting a number of symptoms. These include headaches, loss of consciousness, confusion, and amnesia. Okay, sure, maybe that doesn't shock or surprise you. What you might not know, however, is that a blow to the head can lead to much longer-term conditions, which could affect you for your whole life. Concentration issues, memory problems, irritability and personality changes, sensitivity to light and noise, sleep troubles, and even psychological problems such as depression can follow from a concussion, and the list goes on. Maybe you're watching this video and thinking, I don't play sports, so I don't need to worry about this stuff. Sure, most of the change we need to make as a society revolves around being able to talk about head injury on the field, and knowing when to take a knee. Heck, almost 1/3 of patients in a concussion clinic in 2013 had previously unreported concussions. Yet all of us are at risk for head injury, and therefore need to know the signs. From 2006 to 2010, 85% of concussions occurred because of car accidents, being struck by or against an object, assault, or falls. Most of these cases occurred off the sports field. There are concussion warning signs that everyone should know and be able to spot. These include one pupil being larger than the other, if someone is very drowsy after a hit to the head or won't wake up, a headache that gets worse and doesn't go away, slurred speech or feeling uncoordinated, vomiting or nausea, or even a brief loss of consciousness. How can we prevent this stuff from happening in the first place? Know when you might be at risk for hits to the head and try to avoid those situations. For instance, ride your bike with a helmet and avoid contact sports if possible. Self-diagnosis helps. The key to preventing long-term effects of concussions and getting back in the game sooner is taking yourself totally offline at the first sign of a head injury. Watch out for your teammates, friends, and people around you. If you know the signs, you can help stop concussions in their tracks by mitigating the longer-term effects. The bottom line, however, is that concussion awareness is up to you. If you feel any of these symptoms, make it known to people around you. The key to staying in the game is staying on your game.